back with Live Wire, and here's Santa. Hey, Santa!
I'm here.
Welcome, Santa.
Yay.
Santa's been visiting. Yep, that's all I can say. Santa's been visiting us, and you know I'm from Yuletown. And Elf, this lovely, wonderful elf here, he is from Kringleville.
Kringleville.
Yes. And
Welcome.
you know, in Kringleville, they have different tales and stories about how life exists there.
I've heard they're wonderful storytellers.
Would you like to tell us a story?
Oh, sure. This one is about Santa Claus.
Oh,
and
I love those
why
stories.
He leaves coal for naughty children. Okay, you guys ready? All right. A very long time ago, a beastly horror stalked the night. It stood upright with goat-like snout, fangs, and glowing red eyes.
Scary.
Every year, December 24th, this terror would go on the hunt for naughty little children. The villagers named this beast Krampus, the child catcher. Now, Krampus could tell the difference between good children and bad children using only his nose. And for several hundred years, Krampus crept through the night stealing any child that was bad. After a long while, Santa Claus started delivering presents to all the good little boys and girls on the very same night of the year, December 24th. At the beginning, Santa Claus didn't keep a naughty list. He didn't deliver coal, only toys. It was only his third Christmas, and Santa Claus was right on time as he emerged from the fireplace inside a small house. There was a small tree sitting on a table. Near the end of every fourth branch was a small lit candle. Santa turned around to face the fireplace to find 5 stockings, 2 large and 3 small. That meant 3 children. Santa Claus pulled out a scroll out of his toy sack, opened up the nice list, found the correct entry for the house, saw the names of just 2 nice children. One child hadn't been nice enough to make the list. So Santa slipped the nice list back into his coat, filled the 2 appropriate stockings, leaving the 3rd stocking empty. Santa was finished and about to leave when he heard a noise coming from the children's bedroom. He set his sack down, grabbed a lit candle from the tree, and walked silently to the bedroom. Putting his ear to the door, he heard a growl like a dog, growl, then another, and a muffled cry of a child. Santa burst through the door. The bedroom was small, with 3 single beds in a row. Krampus was standing on the far side of the room. He was holding a wooden wire basket like child stuffed into it. 2 small children were cowering in the corner of the room. There was a window on the side wall between Santa and Krampus, across from the foot of the beds. Krampus growled at Santa, then made a mighty leap towards the window. Quick like an elf, Santa dove right for the basket with the child that Krampus was clutching. Santa knocked Krampus to the floor. The cage was dashed against the wall and broke, and the child within went rolling into the other 2. In the darkened room, Santa couldn't tell the children apart, so he grabbed each child in turn, tossed each out the window into the snow. Just as Santa was attempting to jump out the window himself, Krampus came charging at him. Santa Claus gave him a swift hook to the snout, then threw himself clear of the window, picked up the children, and started running through the snow. Santa Claus didn't have to look behind him to know that Krampus was near. He spotted a small cave and made straight for it, hoping that the entrance might be too small for Krampus to get through. Santa stopped outside the cave, stuck his head in to make sure it was safe, then ushered all 3 children inside ahead of him. Santa Claus turned around to scan the horizon for his pursuer. Santa couldn't see Krampus, but he knew he was close by watching. Santa turned, ducked, and as he entered the cave, it was too dark to see, so he pulled out a small pouch, 2 stones out of his pocket, set the pouch on a small rock, struck the stones together, and this caused a spark. The pouch caught fire, illuminating the cave. Let's see what we have here. Oh, this appears to be more than a cave. We found a coal mine. Santa heard the children softly sobbing behind him. He turned around and eyed the children. The 3 were huddled together, both for warmth and because they were scared. Looking at the children, he said, "One of you has been very naughty." Santa was bent over, glaring at the 3 of them. The 2 little girls each pointed to their little brother in the middle. The young boy tried to hide between his sisters and seemed about to cry. Now, little man, there's no need to be scared. I won't let Krampus eat you, said Santa, smiling. And you two girls have both been very good. You have nothing to worry about from Krampus. Outside, Krampus licked his fur to make it sticky, then rolled in the snowbank to camouflage himself. After coating himself in the snow, he carefully made his way towards the mine entrance, stopping every so often to observe for a moment before proceeding. Santa Claus knew that Krampus was outside the mine entrance. He never considered he might run into Krampus. All Santa wanted to do was deliver toys. He was ill-prepared, and worse, he left his magic sack in the house. Santa had the children cover themselves in coal dust to disguise their smell. Then he had them hide in the back of the mine, in a small nook no wider than one child, but deep and dark enough that Krampus might not see them. Santa covered himself in coal dust, too, while he considered his options. All his magic was in the sleigh or in the sack, both of which were out of reach back at the house. The only thing he had tucked into his coat was the nice list. Santa took the list, which was written on a long scroll of paper, stretched it across the inside of the mine entrance. Then he moved back about 5 feet and waited. All was quiet, and Krampus could wait no longer. He rushed into the cave, intending to pounce on his enemy. Instead, his feet tangled in the nice list, and he fell head first at Santa's feet. Santa Claus fell upon Krampus, trying to hold him down and tie him with the nice list. Krampus fought back. Managing to free himself, he rolled over on top of Santa Claus and bit down on one of Santa's coal-covered arms. Krampus howled "Arr!" in pain and jumped backwards off of Santa Claus. His mouth burned and blistered. Santa grabbed a fist-sized lump of coal and threw it, hitting Krampus in the eye. Krampus let out a near deafening scream, which I won't do, and put an enormous paw over his eye, still searing, and ran out of the cave. Santa yelled to the children, "Follow me!" grabbed a bunch of coal and chased Krampus outside. As Krampus ran away, Santa Claus and the children were pelting him with coal. Everywhere he was hit on his fur would smoke and burn. When it was clear that Krampus was gone, Santa Claus streaked the boys' cheeks with coal dust, then made sure the children were snug in their beds. He returned to the living room, made sure that all was right, grabbed his toy sack, made for the fireplace, and the very last thing he did before leaving was to drop a lump of coal in the naughty boy's stocking. The end.
Santa!
Yes,
Did that really happen?
Well, it was pretty scary.
Oh,
Yes.
whoa!
Yes, it was very scary.
And if some moms want to get that story, where do they go?
www.etsy.com in paperback or PDF, or go to Amazon and download it for your Kindle. Because
right.
we try to be modern in Pringle now.
That's true.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very,
Before we
very